In a lot of my videos, I tell you guys that, hey, if you really want to make a bigger splash and have a bigger impact with your community on Twitch and for streaming in general, then you really want to make a YouTube channel. And so most of you guys are probably going to be like, okay, I'll make a YouTube channel. And then you make one and you're like, well, I don't really know where to go from here. And you're not alone, because YouTube is probably the most frustrating, confusing, weird part of content creation in general, especially if you're coming at it from a streamer's mindset. I was lucky enough to start on YouTube and then start streaming afterwards, so I had all of the experience and know-how and tips and tricks for what to do and how to be successful on YouTube, which I'm going to pass on to you guys. So if you want to learn how to make a good YouTube channel for yourself to help grow your brand with streaming, then buckle in and listen up. So for most of you guys, you're probably wanting to create some kind of gaming YouTube channel. And for others who are streamers that do things creatively, whether it's music or just chatting or things like that, these tips are still going to be relevant to you as well. It's more so you want to know what kind of content you're going to be going in with and creating a channel that caters specifically to that kind of thing. So for example, if you are a gaming channel, what you don't want to do, and what I suggest most of you don't do, which is probably going to be your default, is do not make gaming montages. If you are a gaming channel, do not do montages. Why would somebody watch your montage of all these crazy kills and no-scope headshots you got on Call of Duty in Warzone when they could easily go watch Shroud do that, or Summit do that, or Tim the Tapman do that, or literally anybody else that's already way more established and far more successful than you are? Nobody is going to be searching wannabe streamer 234XXYZ on the internet for a game compilation when YouTube is going into the search bar. Your video isn't going to pop up compared to theirs. So as much as you're like, oh, I'll just take clips from YouTube, smush them together, and put them on my YouTube channel, that's not how you're going to actually grow. What you want to do if you are a gaming-centric channel is make unique, original content on that YouTube channel. Why? Think of it this way. Why would somebody come to your YouTube channel to watch something they could have seen on stream, or just go back and watch clips of your stream, or just go back and watch your VODs on stream to see the exact same fucking content? It doesn't make any sense as to why they wouldn't just do that instead. And yes, people do search YouTube more than they do Twitch, and people are more likely to watch videos on YouTube than on Twitch, but just regurgitating your old content doesn't bode well for growth for yourself. What you want to do to get people's attention is instead make something unique. Be like, wait, if you guys like the kind of content I make here on Twitch, go to my YouTube channel. I do Let's Plays on there of all kinds of stuff, and that's the direction I want to push all of you guys to do, is do Let's Play content instead of montages if you're a gaming channel. Now, if you are not a gaming channel and you are creating something like I was saying, because you're a music channel, if you are a just chatting channel, then what you're going to want to do is, for making original content for that, if you're a music channel, do covers of songs that are fine, and just know that you're not going to be able to monetize those on YouTube because of copyright stuff. But your video will still be able to be found, it just won't be able to be monetized, which for most of you starting your channel, you're not going to be making money anyway because you're not partnered with YouTube. So it really won't be a big deal. And the benefit you're going to get from being discovered and being found by people on YouTube that then are going to go to your Twitch channel to watch your live performances is going to be far greater in benefit and value to you than simply getting some residual revenue from ads on YouTube, if you were even able to be eligible to get them in the first place. If you're a just chatting streamer, then you're probably going to want more of a lifestyle type channel, where perhaps you are doing my get ready with me, or if you're a beauty centric channel, then doing makeup tutorials and doing beauty routines, or doing I'm gonna try all of these products and I'm gonna tell you which ones I like and which ones I didn't like, or we're gonna do this wig reveal, or I'm gonna try these life hacks and tell you if they really work or not, things like that. And there's a lot more creative things that you can do and have happen on those sorts of channels, and be like, hey, if you guys enjoy the kind of wacky weirdness I do, go to my Twitch streams, etc., etc. Know what kind of content you enjoy making and what you want to build with your community on Twitch, and then have your YouTube channel be an original, essentially catch-all of those interests to entice people and be like, hey, if you want to see something new and different because you like this, go over there instead, and vice versa. Because it'll give the people who watch you on Twitch something interesting and new to see on your YouTube channel, and something for your YouTube audience new to see when they go over to your Twitch. So you're keeping both people happy, and you're incorporating both of those audience members deeper into your brand on 2 different platforms now. Something else that I want to point out that is okay to do is it's okay to make multiple YouTube channels, which I know sounds really overwhelming, especially if you're like, I'm struggling to even make one YouTube channel right now. What are you talking about, Alexa? And that's valid. That's a very valid thing to say. The reason I say that is because one YouTube channel should be niched into whatever you're trying to do. So if you are somebody who does gaming and just chatting and music, and you have all these multitudes of interests that your Twitch stream sees from you, and you don't think that you are just a gaming channel or just a this or just a that, then know that YouTube works in a much more niched way. So you are going to have to filter down your plethora of interests in order to better fit that with the algorithm, because YouTube works on recommending videos to users based on their watch history, and it has to categorize your channel in a particular way in order to choose whether or not it wants to recommend it to new users for you to grow and potentially find new people. Which means that if your channel does gaming and makeup and music and life advice and vlogging and everything else under the sun, then YouTube's gonna go, I don't know what to do for you. You do everything. I don't know how to categorize your content. I don't know how to recommend you to anybody because you clearly don't have a vision. I'm just not going to push your content to recommend to anybody at all, which is how your YouTube channel dies and how nobody finds you and how you feel like a failure because you're trying to do too much in one thing. And it's okay to have a plethora of interests, just know you're going to have to niche your YouTube channel specifically down to one thing at a time. So if you have all of those things that you want to do, make sure you have different ones for that. So have one channel just for gaming, have one channel just for your music, have one channel just for your life advice, etc. and so forth. And if you guys don't have any of those myriad interests and you just have one thing you want to do, then you don't have to worry about it. You can focus on just one channel at a time, which is fine. But know that if you want to do more, you're just going to have to do more work and have more YouTube channels. But that also, 2, 3, 4, 5 times your potential discoverability if you're able to keep up on the content with it. Because this leads into the next big piece of advice on how to make sure you have a YouTube channel that's successful. You need to be consistent with it. If you're not posting videos weekly, at the very least, and you're not able to consistently upload content once a week to your YouTube channel, then let's say you go 3 months without posting and then suddenly you post 5 videos in a month and then you drop off again for a month and then you go in and you post for 2 more times in a couple weeks and then you go back again, etc., etc. YouTube isn't going to know how to recommend your things to people because it doesn't think you're reliable, because you're not reliable. If you are able to consistently produce content, the algorithm of YouTube will say, okay, since you are regularly posting video, I know that you're an active channel. I know that I can trust to share your content with other people because I can have them be recommended your previous videos as well if you have previous videos. And I know that somebody could potentially be interested in all the other content that you have for people too, which is a really good thing. So if you're going to produce content on YouTube, you need to be able to commit to doing it in a long-term process. Content creation is a treadmill and you cannot hop off of it, otherwise you're going to see a tremendous decrease in its ability to work. And you guys are gonna write in the comments angrily, but like, okay, I made a YouTube channel and it's not doing anything, which is how I assume every one of you behind the screen right now talks. It's totally fine. It's very normal for people like us that exist on the internet. But if you aren't consistent with your content, those are the kind of results you're gonna see. I've done that many times in my own channel where I've had to go months without posting things and then I go back to posting again, and it's an insane decrease in the amount of engagement and watch time and views that I get on my channel because people forgot that I existed and or just don't get the notifications, which is a big thing. It's not that they aren't subscribed to my channel anymore and that they wouldn't get a notification, it's that YouTube isn't sending out the notifications because it thought my channel wasn't active. So YouTube already works against you if you have to do that. It's a smart idea to potentially plan your content out in bulk so that you don't have to worry about that at all. You can just say, okay, I know that I want to do this, I can record 6 Let's Plays and I'll get those edited or hire an amateur editor so I can schedule out 6 weeks worth of content. That's a month and a half worth of content. And then in, 3 weeks, I can do 6 more and get that out, and we can get all that scheduled. That way you're always ahead of schedule, and bulk batching your videos is the best way to do it. I am slowly getting my schedule that I have right now, because I stream full time, 5 days a week, to do the same thing, because bulk batch work is definitely the best way to make sure you stay consistent. If you try and do it every week, it's very hard to keep up with that, because something might come up on the day that you're normally recording, or maybe your family gets sick and you're having to help take care of them, which is something that I've been going through. Maybe you are really struggling with your mental health and you just are not able to get yourself to function that day, which is also something I struggle with as well. I've experienced all those things and they happen, and the best way to avoid them, bulk record on a day that you know you're doing well on, and just kind of avoid that rigmarole of every week by having it all happen at once. And my last piece of advice for those of you guys who made it this far, which, by the way, if you made it this far, let me know what your favorite Pokemon is in the comments, because I would love to let you guys just frolic around with that. I'm having a lot of new Pokemon emotes made on my channel on Twitch, which you can find in the description below. I'm live 5 days a week on there if you guys want to come hang out, 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Tuesday through Saturday. But aside from that, mine is Absol, by the way. I will let you guys know, create a channel name that is the exact same name as the brand you have on Twitch. And do not have your name be something completely different, because branding is huge and it is going to be such a relief to you in the future. Pro tip, if you just keep it the exact same. So don't have it be super different. Make it very easy. That way if somebody searches your name, boom, your channel pops up for YouTube, your channel pops up for Twitch, your channel pops up for Twitter, your channel pops up for Instagram. That is all the exact same branded name. And if it happens to be taken, add TV to the end of it. Add live to the end of it if it's a Twitch thing. Or add LP to the end of it if you're a gaming channel and it's the exact same one, but you just have to add LP because it's already been taken in because you're doing a Let's Play gaming channel. Make it as close to your original name, if not the exact same, as you possibly can. And you'll thank me for it later, because it's going to be very, very helpful and beneficial for you, for your brand and your growth long term. You don't want them to be different at all. But thank you guys for being here and watching this video. I will be posting another one next week on some more YouTube tutorials and help and stuff with that. So if you guys are looking forward to any of those, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss when they come out. I love you guys very, very much, but without taking up any more of y'all's time, I will go ahead and let you beautiful people go. Goodbye, my lovelies.